Chigegwa, Mubende, Chibari, Kakumiro, Chenjeju, Fort Potro, Bunyangabo, Mbarara, Nebichuke Bindi Bitwiri, Neo, Chendanamana Katonyes Zero, Britop Fama, Echinuiz Chabantu.
The news in English on 98.0 Britop FM.
Yabashaija warns prisons officials against torture of inmates. Kamuli leads in sexual violence against boys. And Burundi joins the SADC forces as US tells M23 to withdraw. A very good morning, our dear listener, and those watching us from a YouTube channel. It's Britop FM 98.0, our English news in details. Malinaitwe Kasoro. The 19th of February 2024, the Commissioner General of Uganda Prison Services, John Sonibabesija, has cautioned his officers, including prison wardens, to desist from torturing prison inmates, saying it violates their human rights. During his tour of regional prisons in eastern Uganda last week, the prison commander emphasized the importance of upholding ethical standards and in-correction systems. Yabaseja, who confirmed that there have been reports of torture in some prison facilities across the country, warned that officers and prison wardens who are reported for violating prisoners' human rights will be held accountable and face severe disciplinary action. Yabaseja's tour included visits to prison agricultural farm in Odina, where he expressed gratitude for a bountiful sunflower harvest from a 210-acre farm that had transitioned from maize growing. Kamuli has the highest rate of sexual violence against schoolboys in the Busoga sub-region. Kamuli's 48.1% rate of abuse of schoolboys shows that there are more women preying on the innocence of boys than men doing the same for schoolgirls, whose rate of abuse stood at 46.7%. The survey on the latest report on sexual violence among school-going children in Busoga, conducted by Community Concerns Uganda Initiative, indicates that 4 out of 10 students have ever experienced sexual violence in schools. Mayuge leads in the abuse with 62.2% cases. The report by the Ginger-based non-profit organization is a reminder that sexual violence against students is still high in the Busoga sub-region, despite several innovations by the Ministry of Health and Sports and other stakeholders. The study conducted on sexual violence and implementation of reporting, tracking, referral and response guidelines between October and November last year in 6 out of the 11 districts of Busoga sub-region indicates 47% students have ever experienced sexual violence in schools. The survey targeted the rural government schools in Jinja, Kamoli, Buyende, Luka, Mayuge and Namayingo districts. The findings indicate that some female teachers and male relatives quench their sexual desires on teenage boys. President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the president of Uganda, on Saturday said the command, control and administration of all elements of UPDF were under General Wilson Mbasu Mbadi, the Chief Defense Forces of the National Army. The president lauded the first chairman of the UPDF Establishment Committee, the late Right General Pecos Kutesa, for his efforts and tenure, further congratulating the UPDF on the launch of the milestone, which he dubbed the more matured and modern force. The establishment's structure emphasized effective planning and execution necessary to uphold peace and security across the country. The recently launched document further enables, among other things, changes of merging of some UPDF departments, the creation of new ones and discarding others to improve command, control and administration of forces, strengthening the powers of command and administration of the UPDF. General Mbadi was promoted to rank of general and immediately appointed the CDF in June 2021, replacing General David Mohozi, who was in turn appointed the State Minister of Internal Affairs. Police have arrested Solomon Otim, a 23-year-old, on suspicion of killing his wife, Dorcas Auma, a 30-year-old from Amuda B village, Abongo Paris, Akali sub-county in Kwania district. According to reports, a domestic dispute between the couple escalated into a physical altercation on the night of Saturday, February 17th. Alleged Atim kicked Auma, who was 5 months pregnant, in the lower abdomen, despite cries heard by neighbors in the dead of the night. Now, immediate intervention was made, according to the North Kyoga police spokesperson, Patrick Okema. Okema said it wasn't until next morning, that Saturday, when a neighbor, names withheld, discovered the Auma in severe pain and alerted others. Medical assistance was sought, but tragically, Auma passed away before help could arrive. He also revealed that the scene was examined and the deceased body was transferred to Rira Regional Referral Hospital mortuary for a post-mortem examination. According to Okema, a statement from the witness have been recorded, and Otim is currently in police custody as authorities compile the necessary documentation of submission to resident state attorney general for legal advice on murder charges. You're listening to 98.0 Britop FM Radio and watching us on YouTube channel, that is Britop FM 98.0, broadcasting here in town of Chigegwa. And on the international, we have news from Burundi. Burundi joins the SADC forces as US tells M23 to withdraw. Burundi has officially joined the Southern African Development Community forces fighting against the 23 rebels in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo in a move that could escalate the conflict into a regional one. The development was communicated following a meeting between the President Felix Tshisekedi, the DRC's, and Evariste Ndayishimiye, Burundi, and Cyril Ramaphosa, the one of South Africa, on Saturday. Mr. Tshisekedi said Burundi will coordinate with South Africa on the ground operation against M23 rebels. Burundi is not a member of Southern African Development Community, but is part of the East African Community and its troops were deployed in the eastern DRC under the East African Community Regional Forces before they were withdrawn in December last year. President Ndayishimiye accused the Rwanda President Paul Kagame of backing Red Tabara, a Burundian rebel group which killed a dozen civilians in a raid on board a village. Red Tabara operates in the eastern DRC and Rwanda. Burundi had since closed its border with Rwanda as well. President Kagame's leadership also accuses Burundi of supporting rebels who have severely attacked Rwanda's southern regions and killed civilians there. The escalation of the tension in the eastern DRC is threatening to drag the region into another regional conflict. Tanzania, South Africa, and Malawi under SADC are supporting Congolese forces and United Nations forces to fight M23 rebels. End of the news this early morning. Keep watching our YouTube channel, that is Britop FM Radio 98.0, and listening to 98.2, our frequency model. Have a lovely Monday.